Hey, hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to show all of you my Ooty vlog. So here you can see we were going on our way. We boarded in the Ooty bus stand near the Sarkar Palace and we are going towards Coonoor. You're able to see here the views are so beautiful. It was so intoxicating to look at these views. This was our way to Coonoor. We first started a 3-day trip. We planned to go to Coonoor for the first day, and then Pykara and Mudumalai and Masinagudi for the second day, and third day complete the trip in Ooty and get back to Chennai. So all of this is our way to Coonoor, and the views in the way was also so beautiful. And this is the tea garden of Coonoor. It was a tea estate, and this was our way towards the tea estate. We did not actually go and land there. On our way, these tea estates were there, and this was the 200 acres long tea estate. Here you will be able to take pictures in both the traditional and the costumes in the traditional costumes of the people, also in your own costumes. So you will be able to look here. The hills were so beautiful to look at. The changes in the weather in Ooty just keeps changing and fluctuating, so make sure that you understand the weather and then go accordingly. So this was the destination after we reached the tea estate. This was the strawberry farm. Here you'll be able to see how strawberries are grown, and there will also be a counter for you to purchase various strawberry products. After completing the strawberry farm, here we come to the oil and the tea factory. Here they were displaying a lot of various oils and the different flavors of tea that were traditional to the Ooty and the Coonoor places. After completing that, we went to the famous Sims Park. So this we were able to see here is the Sims Park. Now in Sims Park, there were a lot of things that you were able to see. Like this footage that you're able to see right now is also from the Sims Park. So this was a boating thing that we were able to do. We were able to rent a boat and we were roaming in the boats here and there. So this was a fun activity in Sims Park, and there were also a lot of other activities that you could do at Sims Park. There were various mirror houses, there were flower gardens, and a lot of other things as well. So this is a highly recommended place. Whoever has visited Coonoor, I will recommend all of you to please go to Sims Park. And after completing the day 1 in Coonoor, we are going back to Ooty, and this is our way to Pykara. So this footage here, we were in the Pykara pine forest. This was one of the best places that we visited after Sims Park. And this place was also very special to me. I'll tell you the secret why it was very special to me in the later videos. But you're able to see this was the pine forest. There were like very tall pines that were able to be noticed, and it will be a bit difficult if some elderly people are also there, because it will be like it's a sort of a trekking experience that you'll get. You'll have to go uphill and downhill, but that's a very good experience when you actually go there and when you visit it. It was very good to see. The views were amazing, and as you move forward, it was very picturesque. You could have clicked a lot of pictures in this here, and there was also a tiny river or a lake kind of thing at the very end. And a lot of people might be thinking, if we hadn't went to the Doddabetta, there were a lot of other viewpoints also in the Coonoor Valley. Like there were a lot of viewpoints. Like there was this one Lamb's Rock viewpoint that we went to, and then there was one Dolphin's Nose viewpoint, which were very famous, but I was not able to click, or I was not able to record anything there. So this is the pine forest, and this was the place I was talking about. And this footage here, this was the tea park that we had went to. The tree park, it was not something that special, but it was just there as another view. And after this is the way to the lake. There was this waterfall in Pykara. This is the Pykara waterfall. This particularly felt like a waste of time for us because we had to hurry. The views and the pictures were very amazing, but it was very hard for us to go there. It took a lot of time. So it actually took a lot of time to go there, and then though the views were amazing, we had to put in a lot of effort. So if you have a very long day that you can spend on, then I'll suggest you to go to this waterfall. Otherwise, you can sort of ignore it, or you can skip this waterfall and directly go to this particular space. And this is the the most famous Pykara boat house. So this was my most favorite part of the entire trip, the boat house. Firstly, here you cannot go as an individual family. You can rent boats for 8 people. There were also for 4 people. There were nothing for 4 people. You could have get it for 8 people. If you're only a family of 4 that you're going, then you have to collaborate with any other family of 4, and then you are supposed to go here. So that is the only drawback that you will be able to face. So you cannot enjoy the family time as in such. You have to collaborate with the other people and share the amount later on, but only one person pays for the entire 8 people. So this experience was too good. This was my first time on a boating thing, and it was very good. Firstly, the entire experience of getting into the water and looking at the lake, etc., and then looking at the river also, it was very good. And then here you're able to see the people back in there, where the people we had to collaborate with. And here we have my mother and my brother also. All of us enjoyed it really well. So in the boats, if you see, there were the bigger boats that were for like more than 8 members family, for the elders and all, and these were the open boats for people who can actually get here. And this particular thing takes a lot of time. If you have enough time to spare, only then I'll suggest you to go to this thing. It is a must visit place, but you should make sure that you have enough time to visit here also. It'll easily take somewhere around 2 to 3 hours to complete, with a minimal or a medium amount of crowd. If there is too much of crowd, then the time that you take will also increase. So you have to make sure that you have enough time to visit there. When we went, it took almost 2 hours or 2.5 hours to complete this entire trip. So the boat goes one way around till the end of the river, that of very vast expanse that you're able to see, and then it returns back. So you might feel like it's very short, but it'll take at least 15 to 20 minutes to complete one trip. But the waiting time is longer than the actual trip time. So I just ask you to make sure that you plan it accordingly. And from here, we then went on to the Masinagudi. This view that you're able to see here, this was our way towards the Mudumalai, and this was through the Masinagudi reserve. Now in the Masinagudi, there is no mandatory thing that you have to take a jeep safari. You can go through the roads of Masinagudi without the jeep safari as well. And this particular thing that you're able to see here, this was the Mudumalai Tiger Reserve. Firstly, I was very disappointed with the Mudumalai Tiger Reserve, because we went there to spot tigers, but there were no much tigers there, though there were a few of other animals. The waiting time to get confirmed was very much, so I request you, like here you're able to see we're able to spot various peacocks, etc. And this was our stay. After completing the Mudumalai, we came to this particular resort kind of hotel. Now I'll just give you one small advice. The second day of our trip went and this footage that you're able to see here was from the wax museum. So after completing our second day in the Pykara, Mudumalai, those regions, we came back to Ooty, and this was the first place we went in Ooty. So this was the wax museum. I was very interested in going there. There were a lot of fun activities here as well. First, there were a lot of famous figures made in wax, and apart from this, there was also a ghost house, and there were a lot of VR and other theoretical experiences as well. So this is not like a very highly recommended place, but you definitely can visit this place. And after completing the wax museum, you get to see a lot of other things. Let me tell you a small insight from what I have got. It is better for you to cover Ooty first day and then go to the other places, because Coonoor did not have much. So after going to the wax museum, this was the botanical garden, the most famous botanical garden of Ooty. So when we went, there was a flower show that was happening, so it was very beautiful to watch. There were literally every other variety of flowers here. So here you're able to see, first they had put a lot of flowers for the exhibition, a lot of flowers for the display, and they have also created very huge structures, famous structures of Tamil Nadu, I will say. There was this Chennai Central that was created through flowers. There was the Vallur Kotam, and lot of other things that were created completely out of flowers. This is a must visit place. As we had a shortage of time, we went through the flower garden, Japanese garden, and we left. But there were a lot of different types of gardens. All world class gardens were there, different types of gardens. So this is also a must visit place. So let me tell you a few other important things about the entire trip. So we booked the National Travel Chennai bus from Chennai to Ooty, and we got down in the Sarkar Palace. Few general things that I want to tell you all of you is that Ooty's climate is unpredictable. It might become very hot also, and it'll become very cold also. So it is better suggested that you visit Ooty in the summer time rather than in the winter or the rainy time, because in the rainy seasons, in the monsoon seasons, that is in the months of August to September, if you visit here, there might be a possibility that you will have to experience a lot of turbulences in the weather. It can unexpectedly rain, and when it rains, they'll just stop you there. You won't be able to move front or back, so you will end up wasting a lot of time. So make sure that you don't waste such time. Visit Ooty in the months of April, May, when there is not a lot of but the thing is, there will be a lot of rush in the season time. Like you're able to see here, we had to waste too much time in the queues and in the lines also. So visit Ooty in the April month, where there is less people, instead of May, where there's a lot of people. And also, if you're planning, go on the weekdays, or don't go on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday plan. Make a plan like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where there'll be comparatively less people. And also, please, if you're trying to and willing to visit the places surrounding Ooty also, then please first start visiting Ooty. The first day plan for the entire Ooty, and then in the upcoming days you can go to the Pykara and then the Coonoor, because there is nothing much in Coonoor that you have to see. It is very less, but comparatively there is a lot that you have to explore in Ooty and the Pykara Mudumalai regions. So plan it accordingly. Make sure that you spend a lot of time in Ooty and also a lot of time in Pykara. Comparatively less time can go for the Coonoor regions as well. And the next thing about the food. Now in Ooty, when we talk about food, for Chennai people, it might be very easy for you people to go and eat there. But if you're from any other states, then it might be a little hard. So make sure that you inquire about the places that you're going to go for eating your food. And after going from the Botanical Garden, we finally reached to the Rose Garden, and this footage that you're seeing here is of the Rose Garden. Now again, Rose Garden is very vast. It is like complete expanse of a lot of variety of roses will be able to notice here. So the entire thing, there were a lot of different roses also, and you were able to there were the names of the roses, so it was very beautiful. And also here there were a lot of pictures of a lot of animals and etc. that were made of completely roses. So there is nothing special about rose gardens, but if you're very fond of roses and flower gardens as and such, then the Rose Garden is a place for you. Please make sure that you visit Botanical Garden for the fullest, and if you have time left, you can come to the Rose Garden as well. You're able to see here all these kind of figures were made throughout the garden using completely only roses. So as I said, please make sure that you plan your travel and you plan your stay accordingly, because if you go to the city part, that is the main roads etc., the hotel rooms might be very expensive compared to the exterior points of Ooty. I won't suggest you to go to the complete exteriors, but I also don't want you to be like in the interiors or the cities as well. If you're able to afford it, then it's okay, but if you're going on a budget, then I'll suggest you to go to the exterior points of the city and then visit, like not the exteriors but a bit outside the city, and you can stay there. The stay is comparatively less cheaper in the not in the main cities, and in the exteriors it will take a lot of time for you to travel. In Ooty, everything is arranged in an order, so when you start from one point, you will get to the other point and it just goes in a straight line. There is no going front and coming back and something like that. So it is the travel won't take a lot of time, so you can easily do the traveling part. And this is after completing the rose garden. We went to the tea and the chocolate factory of Ooty. So one more small and important advice that I had to give to all of you is that here there is entry fees and parking fees collected in most of the places, and they won't accept UPI. So make sure that you have sufficient cash with you, and make sure that you have change like 50s and 20s with you all the time, because there is no much of UPI is accepted in a lot of places. And also you won't get plastic bottles here. It is banned completely in Ooty, so you have to have a own bottle of yourself. And also if you want plastic bottles, there are only availability of the 5 liters bottles in Ooty, but in Coonoor etc you won't even get the 5 liters bottles. But there'll be a lot of places where you can fill water, so make sure that you carry your own water bottle and carry sufficient cash in change. So this is the tea factory. Here the entry fees was 20 rupees. We get to experience on how tea is actually made in Ooty. So this was the entire process. First they collected the tea leaves, and the tea leaves were placed in these kind of the rails here, and this machine up here would collect the leaves, and the leaves were then transferred to a place where they're ground and all that. There were boards up there. Now there is also a very popular sightseeing, that is the Doddabetta peak, but we were not able to go there because of the time constraint. So make sure that you plan it accordingly and that you visit all the places that are there to cover. I'll give you a list of all the various places that you can cover through Ooty and also the other places, and also give you a list of the travels that I've went to and all that in the description box. So make sure you check the description box also. Now you will be able to see a lot of pictures that we've clicked. This was near the Lamb's Rock, this was the tea estate, and this was the boat house, this was the rose garden. So all the pictures that we clicked there, I've showed them here also. Thank you guys, see you in another video. Thank you, bye bye.